Zorro, since he is the first figure that's kind of using that new technology. Erik, the response to Zorro has been really amazing. Everybody's super excited. So do you want to talk a little bit about these first two characters that we've revealed and share a little bit more detail there?
The response has been fantastic to Zorro today over the last couple of days. Like, lots of sharing. We've done an amazing with our first couple of hours of pre-sale, and we're very happy with that. And thank you everyone for that. And the first two figures are very much a classic interpretation of Zorro. They're not based on any specific actor or anything like that. Our inspiration was really kind of digging into the books a little bit more and the original stories and novels rather than a Hollywood version of him. And we kind of took those and kind of created what everyone sees and thinks when they hear Zorro, and that's kind of what our goal was. It doesn't mean later on we won't touch on movies and stuff like that later on, but currently we wanted to get kind of into a classic, this is what Zorro is out there. And of course we had just last year we had launched the Steeds line, the Mighty Steeds line, so we had the horse tooling and everything. We have the kind of premier figure is a single carded Hero Hacks Zorro, and it's just a straight up Zorro. He's got his hat, he's got his cape, he's got a sash with a sheath for the blade, he's got a rapier, he's got a whip, and he comes with an extra head of Don Diego, so you can, swap it out and have him without the mask and stuff. It's a fantastic head likeness.
That Don Diego head is one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's really good. He's got kind of like this I know smile, and it's just kind of fun. And the version of Zorro that comes with the steed, with Tornado, his horse, he doesn't have the extra head, but he has the rapier and the whip, but the rapier has some gold accents on it now. His sash is red, and he's got these red stripes down his pants. We kind of decoed him up a little bit, gave him some nice color breaks and accents. And then the steed, Tornado, he's this, full-size steed with a saddle, and he's got the big, long, flowing mane and hair. He's just really, the combination of the two figures looks, the horse and the figure look really fantastic.
The steed figure has a different cape, too.
Oh yes, yeah. The version that comes with Tornado, thank you, he's got like a short cape that's soft PVC, like over his shoulders, and then underneath that he's gonna have a soft goods full length cape. So he's got a different cape, but the reason we did that is we wanted the soft goods cape so he could still ride the horse without the cape getting in the way. And then the kind of plastic like shoulder part of the cape kind of covers up the soft goods a little bit at the top, so you only kind of see the bottom of it.
We're getting a lot of questions about kind of getting more photos of the accessories and things like that. So there are still more photos coming.
Yes.
We are, finishing out Zorro week strong. So, definitely keep watching social media. You'll definitely see some of those accessories, et cetera, come up. So one question that we've been getting a lot on these figures, it's really hard in the photos to see because there's a lot of black, how much detail there really is there. So Fred, I know you spent a lot of time sculpting quite a bit of detail into the Zorro figures. Do you want to talk a little bit about how that detail comes through and what level fans can expect with that?
Probably the same level we've seen from our previous hacks. We try to cram as much detail in as possible in a 4-inch scale, so hopefully it shows. And it's just a matter of our other sculptor, Tony Talarigo, helped me in sculpting Zorro, and he did a pretty good job. And especially he did a great job doing the hair, which detail on that is tremendous. So
lots of in-hand surprises for fans that don't come through on the photography. So we're also getting a lot of questions on, when these figures are expected to ship. And we just dropped pre-orders today, but Erik, do you want to jump in and talk about the timeline here a little bit?
This timeline is a little closer than normal, which is great for, all our consumers and our fans, because we're dropping the pre-order, and the photos that we're showing are actually pre-production painted samples. So we're almost ready to like pull the lever and, you know, run the entire production run. There's a couple of changes that need to be made, but beyond that, you know, the changes are very minimal and they're just on deco at this point. Everything else is working fine. I actually took one apart and I mixed all of its parts with our previous Hacks figures to make sure everything was fitting correctly, and everything worked great. Like, you know, it's all the pieces fit together correctly, and you know, the like I said, the minor changes are just on deco, and it's going to be pretty fast for us to get these done. That does fast in toy terms, though, could mean 3 months. Like, our version of fast and slow is really skewed in the toy industry.
So we're also getting a lot of questions about what's next for Zorro. Do you want to talk a little bit about what might be coming in Wave 2?
I do. When we first signed with Zorro, with Licensing Works, you know, our plans were kind of just to stick with Zorro and his kind of very close cast of characters, and we will continue to do other characters from the books come Wave 3. But as Wave 2, we were very excited to find out that we had likeness rights to Mask of Zorro, starring Antonio Banderas and Catherine Zeta-Jones. So Wave 2 will be Zorro, the Alejandro Mariatti version, played by Antonio Banderas, and Elena, played by Catherine Zeta-Jones. So we're very excited about Wave 2 because being able to move into the movies of any version of him is fantastic, because they're all so good. So,
and we're getting the question, are there any villains planned with the Zorro line?
There are. Wave 3 will probably bring some villains, as well as some another character from Zorro lore that I'm not at liberty to say just yet, but it'll be pretty cool. But yeah, we will be, you know, obviously, you know, Ramon and his soldiers and all of that, like, is on the table for us to do, and we would like to, and as, you know, as kind of is our boss fights kind of way, going back to that time period and doing like period accurate costumes and uniforms kind of fits into our kind of plan and how we do things. So it would, you know, Ramon wouldn't necessarily look like he does in the shows or the movies or anything like that. He would look like a real Spanish, you know, leader and Spanish military commander. So captain. I think he's a captain. I have too much information in my head to keep it all straight.
And I do want to make sure we get to some of the other brands. We can come back to some Zorro questions throughout, of course.